This week in World Trigger, they actually beat Inadera, the dude who actually had the liquid body and whatnot, which, to be perfectly fair, his black trigger is called Bora Bora, which, you know, is a B in front of Ouroboros, but either way, I'm actually noticing that that's popping up a lot in anime recently, or at least I'm really running into that name a lot. But either way, though, is that, you know, they do find a way to beat him, and, you know, using their whole, like, innovative, like, interesting things of using, like, marker bullets and shit. They do actually take him down, and Moira just comes, teleports in, takes his trigger, and kills him. And as far as I know, it's like they want us, and leaves him for us to pretty much, like, take his body in and see what in the fuck is going on with it, you know. And from how they're, or at least from how Border's putting it, is like that they're gonna just gonna examine his body, and then they're gonna examine the horns, because Moira, she does point out a lot of very interesting things about, like, these horns in which that these guys have, meaning that sure thing, they may be black, and they may be proof that somebody that they have that they have a black trigger, but it's a very also infectious thing of saying that once the effect, like, once it starts to, like, affect the brain itself, and it starts to leak over into, like, starts actually showing in their eyes and showing in their showing like in their behavior methods and everything, it seems though is that they're black, the way how that they use black triggers, even though that they may be way more powerful, and they may be way more, like, adaptive in terms of combat situations, they seem to be way more destructive upon the user compared to just, like, looking at Kuga's black trigger or Jin's black trigger, which is a bodysuit to a normal sword, compared to one that actually affects the body itself, or one that you control these control these little, like, things and can charge things through them. I mean, it's a very different thing there. However, jumping into, like, the second half of this episode, though, it just sort of just breaks down, like, everything for everybody, of just saying, like, okay, Hiron, the leader, the dude, man, with the egg which shoots out the little animals and everything, his trigger does something in which I was sort of expecting it to do. Everything that it turns into cubes, which is Triton related, is that he can use those cubes to sort of heal himself. He also can, his trigger also does and work on physical things, and also the snipers around in Border are amazingly gifted. And to be perfectly fair though, I mean, like, that's really cool and all, but I'm like dealing with, like, rabbits and everything, they are rather fucked, because those things over there, man, they are really fucking powerful. Also, somebody on the Border team has a fucking devil trigger, which is really fucking funny. I mean, like, I don't know why Kyosuke has a fucking devil trigger, but, or, you know, he has, like, that little berserker arm thing that was in Digital Devil Saga 2, but either way, he's using it to make sure work of his enemies, and I really wonder what is going to happen, like, at the end of this thing, especially since Jin, he's really keeping, like, a close eye upon the future itself. And hopefully that this doesn't become a thing which actually kills off Mikumo. So hopefully all this does end up in the good place. That is what I got to say about that. What do you think about it? Tell me in the comment section. Catch you on the next John Graves show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.